Sure, sir. Sure. Thank you, sir, for welcoming me. So, very good evening to all the eminent educationists present here. So, it's a wonderful platform wherein Dr. Betkar invited me to share my views on SEL. So, I wholeheartedly welcome all of you, and I hope that I'm able to supply some knowledge today related to SEL. So I will be sharing my screen. That access is there with me. Is my screen visible to all? Can anyone please reply? Right. So we are discussing on a very important topic today, social and emotional learning, SEL. So myself, Mrs. Apurva Kharbanda, principal from Narayana E-TECHNO School, Sector 77, Manesar, Gurugram. I am here to, this is a very interactive topic. So what is the base of education system? If we talk about our education system, it started way back from Bloom's taxonomy, which is still being followed. So as per Benjamin Bloom, learning cannot happen without these three aspects. These three are the major aspects which complete the process of learning in the system of education, in the life of a child, whether it is school or college. So knowledge, first aspect is knowledge, which enhances the child's cognitive domain. Second aspect is skill, which enhances the psychomotor domain. And last but not the least is attitude, that is the affective domain. We have been talking about academics, co-curricular activities, for example, dance, music, sports. There are various fields today where the children are trying to create their benchmarks. But then to have success in every field, attitude or the affective domain matters a lot. If we talk about the domains of development, even as per our National Curriculum Framework 2023, there also it has focused on 5 major developments. One is physical, cognitive, language, socio-emotional development, which is again related to SEL, and moral development of a child, which also is covered under the aspects of SEL. So here, through my presentation, we are going to actually focus on how to develop the affective domain of a child. And for that, SEL is the key. So my dear educationist, what is SEL? SEL, or the social emotional learning, is basically the process through which children and adults acquire and effectively apply their knowledge and skills. But why do we need SEL? If a teacher is teaching in the classroom, then she is delivering her lecture and children are understanding the concepts. Concept clarity is most important. Then why SEL? With SEL, we are going to make our students learn that SEL is necessary to make them responsible citizens so that they take responsible decisions. The SEL is necessary to set and achieve positive goals in life. SEL is necessary to feel and show empathy to others. Whenever today also, if we talk to the parent community, the most important concern is, some parents say that academics is secondary, but first the child has to develop as a good citizen of the nation, because ultimately, after we all, these nation builders are going to deal with the nation. They are the ones who are going to create awareness in the world. So SEL is necessary to understand and manage emotions. Many a times we all must have experienced that our students, if they are in stress, they may go in depression also. They'll take something very much, at their heart. So what is the role of SEL? We have to teach our students how to manage emotions. Even if you are happy, if you become very happy, how to control that emotion. And even if you're sad, why to become very sad. So happiness and sadness, they're the two coins, two sides of a coin. So we have to teach our children how they can manage their emotions. And last but not the least, SEL is necessary to establish and maintain positive relationships. I think this webinar is one of the most important example where Mr. Bedkar has tried to, accommodate all the educationists into one platform where we all are today, sharing each other views with each other. So same way, our children should know how to maintain positive relationships wherever they go in any walk of their life. Social relationships should always be harmonious. So this is what is SEL about. So now under SEL, if we go through our book NCF 2023, almost every page of NCF talks about SEL. Because whether the child wants to make his career as a doctor, as an engineer, as a dancer, as a singer, as a sports physical fitness, there are many points of life where child needs regular motivation, child needs regular appreciations, child need moral support. So here are the core SEL competencies. Social and emotional learning has declared there are basically 5 competencies. Number 1 is self management. So self management focuses that our children, our students should be able to manage their emotions and behavior. If you really want to achieve a goal, for example, child should be very much thorough and very much receptive towards failure also. It's always said failure is the stepping stone to success. If a child is not able to accept failure, how will the child get success in life? So child should be able to manage emotions. Maybe, sometimes it happens, if there is a child who is really amazing, he really doing amazing. So there are instances when the child fails, a point comes, I became second, third. Some children become very possessive about their positions, right? So I will just minimize my screen. I want all of you to please interact. Any one of you, can you share your feelings? I would really love to hear from any one of you. Otherwise, we shall continue. Right. So, Bedkar sir, should I go ahead? Sure, sure, sure. Right. So self-management, wherein we teach our students that they should be able to manage their emotions and behaviors to achieve their goals. Second point is self-awareness. A child should be aware, what am I feeling right now? There are instances where children are not able to judge, am I really sad right now, or angry, or aggressive, or the way, how should I react in this situation? So, values as well as one's strengths and challenges. A child should know that these are my weaknesses, these are my strengths, and he or she should accept those weaknesses as challenges and should be able to overcome it. Next is responsible decision making, wherein the child should be able to make ethical, constructive choice about personal and social behavior. For example, if we are conducting MUN, Model United Nation, wherein each child is representing that as a delegate of different countries. So there will be a debate. There will always be an ongoing debate between the students. So in that ongoing debate, how is a child going to make the constructive choice that how should I answer, or how should I handle this situation? What should be my appropriate answer towards this question? And child in every situation should be taught what is the right decision. So that decision making comes under SEL competency. Next is relationships. As I already told, yes, we should teach our children to maintain positive relationships, especially when you talk about 9th to 12th. Regularly and frequently in school, we face this situation wherein children fight with each other, or sometimes even in today's scenario, they even abuse each other. So we are the ones who have to guide our students that what is a positive relationship. We have to conduct GDs, group discussions. We have to make their teams so that they do teamwork, and effectively they should deal with conflicts. Yes, there will be a point when there will be conflict among the team members, but how are you going to deal with that conflict? That positive attitude we have to teach our students. Last but not the least, the SEL competency is social awareness, wherein we have to show understanding and empathy for others. Today, these values, these moral values are very, very important, because somewhere our children are losing them in this competitive world where it focuses more on ranks, the cutoff marks once the child enters after 12th class in this competitive world. So somewhere these ground level moral values are decreasing. I think we all have already witnessed that in India itself, how many suicide cases we have witnessed in 10th and 12th classes. So if our SEL competencies are developed in each and every child, and that support is given to each and every student, I hope this can really scale down even to zero. So extending the core SEL competencies, these competencies need to be extended not only to classrooms or schools, even to homes and communities. So it's very important that our messages, our parents are also trained in this. There are many parents still I see, they don't believe in counseling, they believe in hitting their students. So everybody has their different perspectives, but I believe that hitting is not a solution of anything. Child needs proper counseling. Child has to realize that yes, I have done wrong. So if a child is doing wrong, let's make an effort to sit with the child in a closed room wherein we can make him or her understand that whatever you're doing is right or wrong. So once the child realizes from inside, he will definitely not repeat that mistake. So we need to train our parents, our homes and communities. That is why this is the third concentric circle in this diagram, that SEL will be successful when our parents, teachers, students, we all have to work hand in hand. And finally, the benefit will be of our students and our nation. So, what is the role of teachers? I think teachers are the pillars of education, and they have a very major role. They need to be good counselors. We have to change the mindset of our teachers. Now, this is the second thing. We trained our parents, we need to train our teachers that they need to be patient. Patience is very much required with the students especially when it comes to again high class. SEL has a major role to play when it comes to students of 9th to 12th, and ahead of that when it comes to the college students. So teachers need to be good counselors. and parents as well. Teachers not only need to counsel the students, we conduct lot many PTMs frequently. So even in our parent teacher meetings, we need to counsel our parents also, that if your child is going in this path, this is the way you deal with the situation. So SEL skills need to be given to parents as well as students by our teachers, wherein we need to train our teachers that be good counselors, be good facilitators, be good guides to the students. Make the child feel that I'm there with you, I'm there for you. If that social and emotional support child will get from a faculty, definitely, whether the child shares it to the mom or dad or not, but he will come to school and he will sit with you and share with you. So that particular bond need to be developed between the teacher and student. Again, age is not a barrier here. It can be a student of nursery, it can be a student of 12th, and even beyond that. So our teachers need to make the child feel very comfortable and cozy with them, saying that I'm always there for you, my child, and develop a good bond, trust relationship with the students. Basically, we need to understand child psychology, what I believe here. So next we have role of parents. So usually what happens, the child reaches home and the parent sometimes asks, how was your day? I think very less parents ask this today, because usually when I conduct orientation programs, so I always tell my parents that you should, at least, even if you're working, give 5 to 10 minutes to your child per day. Ask him, how was your day? So instead of asking, how was your day, we can suggest these pointers to our parents, wherein they can ask, what made you smile today? What's something new you learned today? What was your favorite part of the day today? Tell me something you know today that you didn't know yesterday. So, did you learn something new basically? If you could change one thing about your day, what will it be? What made your teacher smile today? So, did you do something that made your teacher smile today? So, basically, through these interactions of the parent with the child, actually, even the bond between the teacher and student is becoming strong. So these are some of the tips and tricks that we can tell our parents that change. They need to change their mindset. So I believe this was the major crux of SEL, wherein the most important part that comes is these 5 core SEL competencies: self-awareness, self-management, responsible decision making, relationship skills, and social awareness. So moving ahead, we have already discussed about teachers and parents' role. Now, what do our students learn? For example, if we implement SEL very nicely, because many of the schools and colleges, I believe, we must be doing life skills to inculcate moral values in them. We must be having soft skill departments. Like, for example, Narayana group of schools has a Disha team. So same way, every organization has their own teams as counselors to counsel the students, to show them the right path. So finally, after the proper implementation of SEL, what do our students learn? So, number 1, sharing. The first picture shows child will learn sharing with each other. It's not only about things or lunchbox. It's about sharing of ideas. Like, this is a big platform wherein we all are sharing each other ideas with each one of us. Second part is cooperating. When there will be teamwork, there will be group discussion. Children learn to cooperate with each other. Okay, there will be a situation where a child will understand that, okay, in this situation, fine, I'll also cooperate with you. So that cooperation, child should know to compromise also. Every time in life, all the days doesn't remain same. So even if you talk about money, today you are rich, another day you may be poor. So in every situation, child should know how to cooperate with each other and live a happy life. Next part is listening. As I said, teachers will learn a lot of patience, and for students, teachers are the role models. So definitely students also will get listening skills. They will try to understand what my teacher is trying to tell me, and same way teacher has to have that patience, what my child is trying to convey to me. Next is following directions. So we need to follow each other directions. Never a teacher should feel that, yes, I'm a teacher, so child has to follow my words. No, nothing like that. Sometimes teachers also learn a lot in a class. So from our students also we may learn a lot. So I believe in today's world, we all are facilitators and guides for our students, and we need to learn from each other till the end of our life. So fifth is respecting personal space. This even comes in our personal life. I think SEL has a major role in our personal lives also. So everybody needs to have some personal space, and we should give that, right? Next is making eye contact. If a child is telling something false, he'll never have an eye contact with us. I believe we all have experienced this. So truthfulness is taught under SEL, wherein child will have an eye contact and he will always speak truth and develop good moral values like honesty and everything. Last but not the least is using the manners. So here, as we spoke about one of the point wherein we are teaching them to become empathetic. So if they are empathetic and they are trying to understand the pain of others, so this using manners is very well visible, wherein the other person is supplying a chair to the handicapped person. So these are the benefits of social emotional development for our children. So what will happen? What will be the impact of enhancing students' SEL? Research shows that SEL has a very positive impact on school ecosystem and promotes a host of academic, social, and emotional benefits for our students. Students receiving quality SEL instructions will demonstrate some of the major characteristics, which are number one, better academic performance. So really, believe me, this is my personal experience I want to share with you. Like in my school, there is a batch of 10th class. Everybody has that. So that batch, first 3 months, we only worked on their behavior. Every time, half an hour per day, we were sitting with each and every child. We were counseling them. Till our children don't realize the importance of education, the importance of understanding that what is right and what is wrong for me, we really cannot expect good results from them. So I believe we all are very much educated and eminent educationists here, but still I want to request through my presentation that we need to understand the perspective of the student, and then we should expect that academic growth from the child, and definitely we will get that. Improved attitudes and behaviors, fewer negative behaviors. The negative behaviors traits may be many in a child, but slowly and gradually, by the implementation of SEL, 100% we'll find that improvement in our students. Next is reduced emotional distress. There are many things which comes, whenever there is a board exam. Even some children get exam fear, anxiety. They will not be able to, sleep nicely. Ma'am, night I slept at 3 o'clock, morning I woke up at 5 o'clock. So such kind of things may happen with our students. So we should counsel them. How are they going to fight the exam fear and how can they come out of it? So these are some of the web resources which I have arranged, tried to scroll for all of you. If we go to these resources, we have many ideas, many videos related to SEL. I believe I'm almost done. So I believe the session was not very long, but it's a very interesting topic, I believe, wherein we all can actually discuss, because we all are dealing with a very sensitive age group, wherein they really need our support for showing them the right direction in their life and in their careers. So I believe, sir, we should start the discussion, if you don't mind. My presentation was, I think it ended in half an hour.
Good evening, Dr. Bedkar, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Wonderful session you have taken. The domains are there, cognition and psychomotor and affective, and I think you have touched the affective domain. Yes. So in every place, affective domain is very important. And how we cultivate this affective domain is, I think, no doubt the technical aspects are there. But there are various domain, means various aspects in a child's life, or maybe a student's life, I will say. I'm a professor in medical college. So there are various aspects. The home atmosphere is there. Then their friend circle, peer atmosphere is there, and then college or that school atmosphere is there. So that is also creating a wonderful impact on his emotional status. And what you are using word empathy is a perfect word over there. So I think that creates that person over there. And many schools and many places, there are some model classes and other things to develop this emotional aspect, and even what we should behave and how we should behave. So that is also there very much. But I think, in every class, we should have some part of this affective domain, so that that will percolate, in his real life. That will percolate in his real life. Otherwise, what is happening is, people are taking emotional aspect, means they are just for the sake of showing, or just sake of, it is just for a formality they are producing it. So emotion has to come from the heart, and that is very important aspect, and it should be very natural. It should not be artificial, that you are like in our system, we are telling, if the elderly geriatric group patient is there, then you have to hold his hand and ask him to sit on a table, and or if a child is there, then how to talk with that child. You cannot use a rigid language to the parents.
Yes.
Right? So that is the emotional aspect, and that is the affective domain. But it has to be cultivated from house, as well as from the educational systems, and from their friend circle also. We have to be very careful about their friend circle. So what do you think about this? One thing. And second thing, I had seen one patient where the mother was complaining about the boy. During the COVID time, she gave the laptop, and he was working on 8, 9, 10. He was working on that laptop. And once this situation was over, but the child was so much addicted to that, if the laptop has not, is not given to him, he used to beat mother. So that emotional aspect, that sympathy, empathy, everything has lost, and that touch of mother and child has lost because of one instrument. So in such instances, how to again bring back that child to the position, that is a big challenge for me, at least. So what you can suggest about this? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your question is very relevant, and we face this problem in our schools as well. You're facing in your medical field, like some children in COVID period, actually they got very much used to the technology, used to the devices, and every notification gets pops up, and we can't stop students from watching them. And sometimes if they watch a notification comes which is not related to them, they'll get curiosity to know more and more about that thing. What is this? Let me watch. So basically, sir, I believe we cannot take away technology from them, because it's the coming world is again going to be high tech. But we need to show them what is right and what is wrong. Age appropriate decision making, we need to teach our students. And in this case, parent also needs a counseling, that in COVID period, when you have given device to your child, were you always present with the child? As a parent, did you really monitor all 24 hours to your child? You could not do that also, because you were also working somewhere. So teach the child what is wrong, what is right, and what did he do. Ask him clearly, what did I do? Patiently, if you ask, the child will definitely speak up. Beta, I'm not going to scold you. You tell me what you have done. So we need to make the child realize what you did. Was it really right or wrong? Child has to answer yes or no, not us. So child has to tell, this was my mistake. Child has to tell, yes, I believe I was wrong, or I may be wrong. Maybe he's not able to take a decision. So he may say that I may have done wrong, but according to me, it is right. So at that moment, We need you, as you are a doctor there, sir. Definitely, you can help the parent to make the child realize, no, it was actually wrong. Right now, in this age, you are not able to take a decision of what is right, what is wrong. And your mother, your doctor today, we are experienced people sitting in front of you. So you have to believe us. We are here to mentor you. We care about you. So once the child realizes that we have these people sitting in front of us have a lot of attachment with me, the child will definitely listen. And this is a gradual process. Maybe the improvement doesn't come in one day, definitely, but gradual sessions when parent also needs to understand how much time you're giving to your ward. Sir, I would add here an instance. It will take a minute. One child in my school, he scored 94 percentage. Parents said, no worries, madam, it's not 100. It's only 94. I said, sir, the day he got 94, did you pat him at back? Did you congratulate him that, beta, I'm very proud of you? Next time, he must have reached 100 also. Every child has very good caliber today. So we need to definitely, one of the persons here in comments also, they are saying that it is more difficult to train parents. Somewhere our children will understand us, but parent community is the most difficult community whom we may need to make realize that what is right for the growth of your child and what is wrong. You cannot raise hand on them. If today anybody raise hand on you, how do you feel? How do you feel? So parent will answer, I will feel good or I'll feel bad. Then we have to question the parent. You just slapped him. How did your child feel? Ask him. So somewhere I believe long and big counseling sessions are required. It requires a lot of patience, sir, wherein we can help the child and the parent come out of it. Right. Thank you, sir.
Very correctly you pointed out, and thank you very much for this. What I feel, the parents should have those kinds of theme with them when they are working day life. So naturally it will go to the child rather than teaching them ABCD about this. And what you said is social awareness. You were using a slide, social awareness, social recognition, and my abilities. So that student has to understand this. That is very important aspect. Wonderfully you placed, madam. Thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. So, yes, sir. Vidya Sagar sir has put a remark here. It is.
Hello.
Hello, Radha ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Good evening, madam. It was very interesting topic. As I'm a counselor, I really appreciate it because the topic is very simple, but yet very need of the hour for all the students as well as for all the adults too. Because we know how to receive the blessings in our life, but we can see many are not capable to handle the failures. So emotional imbalances, everything, maybe in learned person are also nowadays it's happening. So empathy, cooperating each other, and as you said, help one another through counseling is very, very important. And really, we see many students in our college also. So they depress very soon, and they're not actually maybe come to the normal level if you have so much 5-6 sessions if counseling is done. So that's as I said, it is very maybe in a outset is a very simple topic, but it is really it has got weightage.
One of the most difficult topics, I believe.
Yes. I'm actually dealing counseling. What is there in counseling? But really, when we maybe 4-5 session, if we complete and when you come back from work, you will be maybe floating in the same emotion, or maybe we are maybe somewhere if we fail to maybe reach the maybe client of their issues, their pains, then I'll also carry back some emotion, some pain. I couldn't do that. Like it's how we connect with each other. So we should be more empathetic, and we should make all of us, those who required this kind of support, mental support, then the world will be a happier world. So challenges will come. How to cope with the things is very important nowadays. Thank you so much for the session. First of all, thank you to Vidkar sir giving this platform to share and maybe discuss all these important topics in our webinar. Thank you.
Right, ma'am. It was lovely hearing to you, ma'am, and you can actually understand the pain of whether it is a child or a teacher or a student, anybody, because you have been dealing every, I think day and night with such cases. And I really request you, the mentors, the teachers, they really need a lot of guidance from people like you, experienced people, because our teachers need to be good counselors. Finally, children come to college, but initial days they are passing in the school itself. So if from the school itself they get a proper counseling session, so definitely I believe their future will be more bright once they reach their college years. Thank
That's
you.
true.
Oh. Thank you, sir. And before summing up, I really thank you for giving me such a beautiful platform. And it was great interacting with Dr. Swanand and Radha Madam. And it was one of the most memorable event, session for me. And frankly speaking, this is one of my favorite topics. So I chose it the moment you asked me, because I really want to tell all of the gatherings, or even as you said, we are live on YouTube. So this is my message I want to convey to complete world, that let's be empathetic towards each other. It's not only about the student or the teacher or the parent, it's about our complete community and society, that we should be supportive and helping to each other and try to understand each other's perspective. Then there will be no fights, and we will achieve the ultimate goal of our life, which is happiness. So let's all stay happy. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Sure, sir. I'll definitely join. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you.